What's up, guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best camera phones in 2021. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. We'll kick things off today with the Google Pixel 4a, the best budget camera phone that can be found on the market in 2021. Pixel 4a is a more affordable version of its predecessor with reduced hardware, but still retains Google's excellent software experience and a great camera. Unlike other smartphones that have multiple cameras on the back, Google has built a single camera on the Pixel 4a. The rear camera sports a 12.2 megapixel sensor with a wide opening that lets in a lot of light. Furthermore, we like how underexposure of each shot reduces the risk of photo blur, and combining multiple shots of the same scene significantly reduces noise. Also included in the mix is the Live HDR Plus feature, which has controls for changing exposure and vivid shadows. It allows you to capture images with the appropriate setting at the time of the shooting, rather than through post-processing. An interesting aspect of the camera interface is that we have 2 exposure controls, one for low light and one for standard brightness. Another interesting feature is the ability to save images in RAW format, securing a larger dynamic range than on other smartphones. In good lighting conditions, the Pixel 4a captures great images with top-level sharpness and vivid colors. Particular emphasis was placed on the use of HDR+, which allows shaded and well-lit areas to coexist in the same image. The device improves the quality of photos taken in low-light conditions by combining up to 15 shots as long as you hold the phone still after pressing the shutter button. Pixels always have offered a good portrait mode, and this fella is no exception. It's possible to subsequently edit the photo and adjust the degree of blur, as well as tint the background in black and white and leave the person in color. This model can record 1080p video at 30, 60, and 120 fps, and 4K video at 30 fps. The quality of this selfie is excellent, and the front camera can also take pictures in portrait mode. Furthermore, the front camera is capable of capturing video up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. It has digital video stabilization that works by lightly cropping the image so that faces are stable. For the listed price, color us impressed. If you're in pursuit of the top bang for the buck, we say check out the Google Pixel 5, the best value camera phone in 2021. The main camera of the Pixel 5 remains intact compared to the previous generation, meaning it repeats the 12 megapixel dual pixel sensor. The lens still has a fairly bright aperture and is optically stabilized. The optical zoom was taken to the next level with a super wide-angle lens. The 16 megapixel sensor is still present, but now the focal length is 16.5 millimeters instead of the 50 millimeters that a zoom would provide. Pixel 5 introduces new stabilization modes for photography and video, such as cinematic panoramic mode. Of course, the contributions of Google software is still included in the mix, and the photo modes we knew in previous generations are also there. This means that we have a night photography mode, night vision, and algorithms that follow the classic HDR+. The device retains dual exposure, with the ability to edit the photo on the surface, reducing and raising the lights as needed. Furthermore, Google is introducing up to 3 new stabilization modes on the Pixel 5 that are supported by optical stabilization of the main camera and powered by software. With the Portrait Light mode, you'll be able to experiment with different lighting, and we quite like it. Each mode has its own submenu, whether we're talking about the portrait, night mode, selfie regime, and more. Google Pixel 5 can shoot in RAW format, both in regular and night mode. Portrait mode is another point where Pixel shines the most, thanks to the way he understands image segmentation. The device does not need depth or parallax sensors with a secondary sensor, but all with the main sensor. The zoom deserves special mention because even without a telephoto lens, it can shoot 7K with astonishing sharpness. Google calls this super high-res zoom, something that allows Pixel to achieve a level of detail that is not too far from the optical zoom. When it comes to selfies, Selfie Pixel 5 is undoubtedly one of the best in its range. For the listed price, you can't beat this fella. Up next, meet the OnePlus 9 Pro, the best mid-range camera phone available on the market in 2021. At the hardware level, the device sports a 48-megapixel main camera that includes Sony's IMX789 sensor, securing an improved image quality and less noise input. Also included in the mix is the pioneering freeform lens that uses a series of unique curves to correct the incoming light, reducing distortion at the edges of photos by about 1%. This ultra-wide-angle camera also allows you to take high-quality macro photos, while the onboard 8-megapixel telephoto camera sports a 3.3 times optical zoom with OIS stabilization to reduce blur, reaching a maximum of 30 times per digital zoom. The OnePlus 9 Pro main camera has 16 times the standard 1080p pixels for high-quality videos. It can shoot in 4K at 120 frames per second, which offers more creative possibilities when shooting or editing video. And with the DOL HDR option, you can always see people clearly in backlit environments. The OnePlus 9 family uses the new OnePlus standard for color calibration. Natural color calibration is Hasselblad to bring more perceptually accurate and natural colors to photos taken with the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro. This new color solution, the first and most important result of a long collaboration between OnePlus and Hasselblad, required months of extensive verification and fine-tuning by the research and development teams at Hasselblad and OnePlus. Furthermore, this model contains a 4500 mAh battery. The good thing is that the company has further improved fast charging to prevent these charging moments from reducing productivity daily. Warp Charge 65T technology can charge a mobile phone from 1% to 100% in 29 minutes. Overall, a worthy contender and a great choice in this range. For all you Apple fans, we have singled out the Apple iPhone 12 Pro as the best option on the market in 2021. The iPhone 12 Pro features an improved camera consisting of a 3-lens system and LiDAR sensor. The company has made some interesting efforts to improve the performance of its camera in low-light situations where they have always lagged behind the competition, especially Huawei. Now all 3 lenses have night mode and rely on LiDAR for focus when the subject is dark. Furthermore, the new vibration reduction system now has 5,000 settings per second. It stands out as one of the device's most impressive improvements. In terms of content creation, it becomes a significant and powerful tool. And let's not forget that all videos can be recorded in 4K 10-bit format in Dolby Vision HDR. The front camera, or true depth camera as Apple calls it, has also improved significantly. In addition to a wider viewing angle, which is good for selfies, the company has included Deep Fusion and Smart HDR, which gives pretty amazing results. They also built a night mode for photos in difficult lighting conditions. Finally, videos that are taken with the front camera also support Dolby Vision in 4K, and digital stabilization has been improved compared to the iPhone 11 Pro. The iPhone 12 Pro's triple rear camera offers great versatility, as it allows you to capture images with a wide field of view and zoom to get closer to the details. In terms of video recording, all 3 cameras on the iPhone 12 Pro can record video at 720p at 30 fps, 1080p at 3060 fps, and 4K at 243060 fps. The iPhone 12 Pro can shoot with electronic stabilization in all resolution and all frame rates, even at 4K at 60 FPS. For the first time, the iPhone 12 Pro offers 10-bit HDR video, which means you can capture 60 times more colors than before. If you can afford this beast, we say go for it. And finally, we have reached the gold medal for today and the title of the best overall camera phone that can be found on the market in 2021. And the winner is Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. We are looking at the most powerful Samsung model right now that comes with support for S Pen, a new processor, and better cameras. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has a quadruple premium lens. The primary sensor has a resolution of no less than 108 megapixels. Wow! Of course, photos are taken by default with 13 megapixels, while the ultra-wide-angle camera has 12 megapixels. Additionally, the device sports 2 telephoto sensors, both at 10 megapixels with different zooming capabilities. Focusing on the main camera, the one with a resolution of 108 megapixels, we are looking at impressively good results with excellent sharpness and very good detail, even in low light conditions. Also, the color interpretation is just top-notch. On the other hand, Samsung seems to have corrected that overexposure we've seen in previous models. You can now better interpret areas with more light and distant colors. With the main camera, we can also take pictures in portrait mode. Same results and good cuts. We also love how the device manages to capture small details with the highest quality, even small texts. When it comes to videos and selfies, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is capable of recording up to 8K resolution at 24 frames per second. Of course, it's not exactly recommended to record at this quality all the time because videos can take up a lot of space in the internal memory, and you can only watch this quality on 8K TVs. The terminal also supports 4K video up to 60 60 FPS and is the best choice for recording. It boasts pretty good details in color as well as excellent stabilization. The selfie, thanks to the main camera of 40 megapixels, also works great and provides users with a good angle and detail even in low light conditions. With this device, you'll get premium quality in an elegant, durable casing, all wrapped up in the best possible price-quality ratio. You wanted the best, you got it. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.